What we're looking at here is a Taoist shrine made of porcelain, and it's in the shape of a miniature mountain, and you can see it's quite craggly, and on the sides you have these stylized clouds. Mountains have a particular significance for Taoism because it is believed that that's where the transcendents or immortals dwell. On the back also this has an inscription on it which actually tells us when it was made. So the inscription says that it's made on an auspicious day in the Bingshu year of the Yongle reign. So that's referring to 1406, and it also mentions that it was made on the Chu festival, which is what we now commonly call the Dragon Boat Festival. All of the different gods show us something that is characteristic of Ming Dynasty Taoism. So for example, in the middle level of the shrine, we have the depiction of the three supreme deities of Taoism. In the center, we have what's called the celestial worthy of original commencement, 原始天尊. And then on his side, we have another supreme deity called the celestial worthy of numinous treasure, 灵宝天尊, who is holding a 如意 scepter, a wish-granting scepter. And then we also have another deity on the side called 道德天尊, or the celestial worthy of virtue and its power. And he is holding a fan. So these are the supreme deities of Taoism. On the top level, we have a depiction of a very interesting god. He's a thunder god, actually, which is a major development within Ming Dynasty Taoism. This interest in drawing upon the power of thunder for different rituals and also for the benefit of humankind, for exorcism, for example. And you can see him with his hair loose and riding a mythical beast known as a qilin. In the lower level of the shrine, we have another major deity of Ming Dynasty Taoism. His name is Janmu, or the perfected warrior, and he rises to the height of his popularity during the Ming Dynasty. On the other side of him, we have a celestial being called Zhang Daoling, and he is the founder of what's known as the Celestial Masters, which is the main tradition of Taoism that was dominant in the Ming Dynasty. In the center, we have a deity. At the moment, there's still some uncertainty about his identity. He might be the Jade Emperor, or he might be the Emperor of the Eastern Peak, but more research needs to be done on that. Well, this shrine would be made in the Longchuan kiln sites in the southern part of Zhejiang province. And you can tell because it has typical rich green glaze which covers the whole of the shrine. And then you also see in the base this kind of reddish coloring, which happens when the body of the porcelain is exposed in firing. So it's very typical of this type of celadon ware that's produced in the Longchuan kiln sites. One of the points in the exhibition is that there were many belief systems that coexisted within Ming China. The major religions of the Ming Dynasty were Buddhism and Taoism. Islam also has a role. There were communities of Jews, for example, in Ming China. So there were different belief systems that were coexisting. Taoism is important, just as Buddhism was also important, because it also not only was supported by and worshipped by ordinary people, it was also a major part of the state and of the emperors and their own personal interests. So for example, the Yongle Emperor referred to Taoism and Taoist gods in order to legitimize his rule. So there were major Taoist temples that were built during the early 15th century that was particular to Ming Dynasty China.